Warning! By watching this video, you might actually start a 3D printing side hustle and at some point quit your day job to go full time. I'm Yanyan, the proud owner of a successful Etsy store that sold over 6,000 3D printed parts last year. Today, I will show you the 3 essential steps to kickstart your 3D printing business. So buckle up, because by the end of this video, you will be equipped with the knowledge to transform filaments into fortune. Step 1. Choosing the right 3D printer. Now, if you're already rocking a printer, resist the urge to buy a new one. In 99% of cases, your existing one is your best bet. Why? Because you hopefully know it inside out. Familiarity means less time tinkering and more time producing high quality parts. Just make sure that you've mastered your own printer. If you don't have a 3D printer, fear not. But before diving headfirst into the 3D printing world, take a moment and research the different printer models. Consider factors like build volume, filament capabilities, reliability, and of course, your budget. I started back in the days with a trusty Ender 3 Pro, but in today's market, a Bamboo Lab might be your ticket to success. Since the choice of the right 3D printer for your business is complicated, I will dedicate a future video to deep dive into this topic. So don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss out. Once you have your 3D printer, the next step is to find your niche. Admittedly, the most difficult part. You have to ask yourself what excites you about 3D printing. Is it self-made holders for your workshop, board game organizers, or even custom phone cases? If you don't have a straight answer to it, let me help you out. To make it easier for you to identify your first product, let me break down the 3 main categories that sell well. First, we have the functional prints. These are the problem solvers. Think holders, organizers, or practical tools. Second would be decorative prints. These could be beautiful lamps, planters, or eye-catching decor. And then we have 3 entertainment prints. Geeky collectibles, custom figurines, or articulated toys fall into this category. Each of these categories demands a unique skill set and faces varying levels of competition. Some can be sold at local markets, and some are so specialized that you have to seek your audience online. Let's have a look at the specific differences between each category. One crucial consideration is whether you possess CAD skills. If not, your best option would be to subscribe to a designer's Patreon and print and sell their models under a valid license. If you're willing to learn how to design the parts yourself, then the sky is the limit. Functional parts require you to solve real-world problems that people encounter in their day-to-day lives. On the other hand, decorative prints are all about aesthetics. When it comes to printing toys, it's not just about aesthetics, it's all about manufacturing excellence. The competition in this space is fierce, so it's all about your production costs. One way around that are local markets. Unless your neighbor happens to be in the exact same business, you can leverage on the uniqueness of your offerings and ask for higher prices. This leads us to step number 3. Where to sell. Okay, you got a printer, you found your niche, you've designed a product or got a subscription. What now? Again, there are various possibilities, but I will focus on the main 3 sales channels where you can offer your product. Bear with me, and at the end of the video I'll tell you what your best option is. Let's start offline with local markets. As mentioned before, local markets are a great option to cut down on competition. The combination of limited amount of stands with foot traffic will give your products the attention that they need. However, if your parts are extremely specialized, you might not be able to find your customers there. In this case, you have to go online, like I did 1.5 years ago, to Etsy, the artisan's haven. Etsy is a great platform for creators. If you can create stunning product pictures and a well-written description, then you can rise up the ranks of Etsy and get a lot of traffic. I will have a future video exactly on that. So what's the catch? Fees and dependence. Etsy as a platform will take a piece of your pie. To be specific, around 15 to 28%. What do you get for that? You get simplicity. You can start a shop and create a listing within 1 hour and start your side hustle journey with a gentle push. If you are already selling on Etsy but are tired of paying these high fees, then look no further, enter Shopify, a widely used platform to create your own web store and offer your products online. While it may not be as straightforward as Etsy, it offers greater flexibility and lower fees. Our journey started on Etsy, where we found our first customers and niche, and then we moved on to Shopify to expand our horizon. Remember, you don't need to choose between all 3 sales channels, but starting with all of them can be overwhelming. So what's my advice for you? That depends on the category. For functional parts, start with Etsy. The powerful search engine will connect you to the customers of your niche. For decorative and entertaining products, consider local markets as a first sales channel. In online platforms in these fields, the competition is fierce and the prices keep dropping. Have you already sold some 3D prints? Where did you get your first sale? Let me know in the comments. Congratulations! You now have the blueprint to launch your 3D printing side hustle. Remember, persistence and creativity are your best allies. Start small, learn as you go, and soon you will see your filament spools turn into profits. If you found this video helpful and want to see future deep dives to each of these steps, then hit the like button, subscribe, and share with fellow makers. Until then, happy printing!